if you really want to know my secret,
Hey, how are you? So nice to meet you. Looking good, looking polished. All right, sir. Craziest fan experience that you can remember.
I mean, we just played Lollapalooza, and it was our first show in the US in like 4 or 5 years or something like that. And it was absolutely insane. I jumped off the top of the stage at the beginning of the set, literally, I think it was like 100 something feet tall. And the crowd was just incredible. And then we played Jakarta about 5 days ago. We were literally in Indonesia, and just nuts. So we're lucky that we have a really enthusiastic, very loud, very vocal audience.
And I've seen it all over the videos. It's insane. Well, when it comes to the most memorable or heartfelt moment, was there a time where a fan said your music has spoken to them, saved their life, saved their marriage?
We've had people meet and get married at shows and go on to have kids and then come back and be like, hey, we met at your concert and fell in love and we have a family, and that's incredible to see. I remember hearing Bono say that one time. It's like you look at the front row and you see the world growing up in front of you. Young people come and then they get older and then they're married and then they have kids and then their kids show up and on their own. It's a great thing.
Fitness regimen. I'm not going to let you get off this Zoom without addressing the photo where you were not dressed on August 29th. You looked fantastic. You look great. You're in shape. Love the muscles. What's the fitness regimen? What inspired the photo?
Well, the diet is mostly made in the kitchen at this old ripe age. So I'm a healthy man, but I love to rock climb. I love the outdoors. I'm on stage with 30 Seconds to Mars, playing shows, and so I'm pretty active. But if you really want to know my secret, September 15th, it's all in there. It's the end of the world. It's a beautiful day. I put the secret in there. So you want to know my secrets? It's on the new album that's coming out.
Do you want kids ever? I know you're 51, but do you want kids? Do you want that type of life?
I may have some out there. You never know.
That's enough.
You never know.
September 15th cannot come quick enough. I'm so excited for you. It's the end of the world, but it's a beautiful day. I think that's such an interesting title. I got to know where that even came from, Jared.
It's something that I just was thinking about these crazy times that we live in. This is an album that was born into the early days of COVID. And it's been a wild few years for the planet. But ultimately, for me, the title and, my outlook is quite optimistic. I'd like another month or two to prepare, to be honest, but they're going to rip it out of my cold, dead hands.
Your cold dead hand. I imagine having 200 songs, then going to 11 songs. I got to know your favorite. Stuck, Life is Beautiful, Seasons, Get Up Kid. So much diversity to choose from. Which one is the one that is your baby on this album?
Well, I do like Get Up Kid quite a bit. I mean, it's a song to our younger selves. It's a song to encourage us to continue to persevere, to put one foot in front of the other and to keep marching on. And it's nice to have a song like that out in the world. A song that can speak to people and maybe some of their darker days and remind us that, things are going to be okay. And I quite like that. I've turned to music in my life that's kind of helped me through certain times, helped to give me that inspiration that I needed. So I hope that song can connect with somebody out there.
But also I'm really anxiously awaiting and excited for Avalanche, because I got a chance to look at the lyrics. You better run fast or get caught in the avalanche. You got to break some rules if you ever want to win again. Never say no. Never ever get to Neverland. You better run fast or get caught up in the avalanche. At what point in your life, Jared, were you caught up in the avalanche?
All about every day. I mean, I think it's kind of like this Sisyphean thing where you're pushing a boulder up the hill, only to find that when you get there, it rolls back down again. And that's kind of life, I mean, but really, if you're in the if you want to do something special with your life, it's going to take, um, and it doesn't have to be some highfalutin thing or some crazy thing out there. It could be quite a simple thing. It could be to have, a loving family, to raise your kids the best way you can. It could be to have a job that you're proud of and contribute to the world. Life has challenges, and you've got to work hard and be determined. And that song really reflects that kind of aspirational thing as well.
Was there ever a moment where you're sitting in your chair, you're sitting in your couch, you're driving on the freeway, and you're just like, I'm over all of this. I'm so finished with all of this, and I'm ready to throw it all away.
I don't often get to that place where I get that that pessimistic, really. I've certainly had that feeling for a moment, but I always continue to put one foot in front of the other. The thing that happens is, and people should know this, it doesn't matter, any of your favorite artists in the world are filled with fear and doubt and failure. And those things are all just a normal part of everyday life. And if you're reaching far, you're going to fail often. I wrote 200 songs just to get 11 that were good enough for the album. I'm not saying those other, 189 songs were any good. It's just what we needed to do in order to get to where we are now. And we feel pretty confident about this album. It's the end of the world, but it's a beautiful day. Ultimately, this project and this title and this whole chapter of our lives is filled with optimism. It's filled with a sense of hope. My brother and I have been doing this. Is our 6th album. We were signed in 1998. We've toured all over the world. So for us, just to be able to make a 6th album, to be able to go back on tour, to be able to continue to write songs that hopefully connect with people, it's all icing on the cake. It's a beautiful thing, and we're so grateful.
One other thing that I really enjoyed about the album is the way it looks, the Renaissance look. And it's kind of like twofold. I know it's art, but then you open up the insert is also art. So neat. What was the reason behind that?
Well, I'm just a maniac art school dropout. I still haven't, come to terms with the fact that I'm putting an album out and it has to be, some art show or something. So we drive everybody nuts. We did 10 different album covers. I had to take all the photographs or a series of skies. It's fun for me.
This is about Get Up Kid, analyzing the music. And baby, it's bittersweet to love someone, but to watch them leave. You took the wind out of me and you knocked me off my feet. I said, is he talking about his love life? So obviously I'm gonna go there with my final question. What's the love life looking like? It's so invasive, right? But I'm like, I'm just gonna go there. Maybe there's a dream gal that you wanna put out there, what you're looking for. How is it going for you?
Love is war, as some people say. Love is complicated. Love is
Fine.
It's a delicate thing. But I did pour a lot of that. This is a very, very intimate, very vulnerable, very revealing album. And I think more than any album we've ever made before. And I do think it's one of the best things that we've ever done on this album, and I'm excited for people to hear the music. I do wish I had another month to prepare, maybe 3 or 6. But it is out September 15th, and I talk about those things pretty openly on the album, and that's life.